Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday night's Messages of Love from Above. Excited for messages as always. And before we get into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, whether you're watching live or even on replay, we can all join together outside of space and time and multiply this love to the world because we can make a difference. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And we just let that love fill us up, fill our hearts to the brim, and it floods over out to the world, circling the globe in a giant bubble of love, touching every heart, having it vibrate higher and higher in that higher love vibration, bringing out capital T truths, transforming small t truths of fear into unconditional love. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment for your own heart, your mind, your body, a loved one, a relationship, a situation, whatever it may be, we send this love to you right now as well. You can just take it in like a giant hug from the universe, a giant sponge. Just take it all in and allow it to do what it wants to do. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and allowing me the space for that. And before we get into the readings, I do want to make sure everyone knows every Monday I have a giveaway. And I give away a 30-minute personal recorded reading. Tuesdays, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away and how you can get into the drawing. So here is the video for that. And then also, right now, I'm having crazy Zen summer sale. 50% off my Hedges of Peace and Love, and that's the link to there if you wanna know what that is all about. Also, on my personal recorded readings, I've got 50% off, so that's the information on there, and if you wanna book, either one of those with me, here is the link for that. All that information is listed in the description box of the video too, if you wanna come back to that. And then each week, I also put out at least one pick a card reading. This week's was How Can I Transform My Sadness? And I feel like there's going to be a few transformational pick a cards coming up, some ideas that Spirit gave me. So if you're looking for more messages of love, more messages from Spirit, you can check that out. And I have a ton of other pick a cards on my main channel as well. And tomorrow we'll be putting out a new Take 10 with Zen. So if you haven't checked all those out yet, here is last week's episode 4. Take 10 with Zen is just like a little video series that I'm doing weekly, where I take 10 minutes or less to talk about how to connect with spirit, how to connect with our powerful inner selves. And I also answer questions from my subscribers. So week one was, what was week one? Week one was about dimensions, and week two was about spirit guides. Three was, is love real? This one is, does fate exist? That was more of the timing of fate. And the one for tomorrow is also about fate, about what impacts fate. And then there will be one after that about fate. So we're kind of fated to talk about fate for 3 weeks, but we will have other subject matter coming up too. But these were really interesting. I really like them. All right. I think that was everything that I was looking to babble on about. So if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. And I'm just going to pop out my chat here, get my desktop all set up, and we will get in to the readings. But welcome if you are new. And how the free readings work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve, for the free readings, and let me just make sure I got it all set up. Alright, there we go. And they all saved, yay. Alright, so, there's no special list, the chat is the list, I just go down in order, like I said, first come, first serve, and if you don't wanna put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance. But if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and I'll prioritize those readings, step out of the free readings, complete them, dive deeper into those as well, and then I return back over to the free readings and try to get through as many of those as I can. Usually on for about 2 hours, but if you wanna make sure that your reading is prioritized and in deeper, you can use the super chat at the bottom. Also, in the pinned comment in the description box of the video, I also have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. And so you can make a donation any of those ways. I don't have any set dollar amounts. I know that everyone's finances do vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet, galaxy to galaxy, wherever you're from. So, whatever you feel you're able to give, I do honor that. So that is the skinny. That's how it works. Excuse me. And I'm going to be using the Naked Heart Tarot as well as the Light Seers Tarot and a variety of Oracle depending on where Spirit leads us. So I'm going to start with the Light Seers Tarot and no donations at this time. So up first is going to be Anya Ahuya. So, Anya, thank you so much for your first question. And let's take a look here and see what's coming next in romance, in the physical reality. I like it. So, what's coming among the humans? What is coming your way? What does Spirit want you to know? Wow, well, you got one card coming in, and you got the Fool card. So, the Fool card is about a new adventure, it is about a new journey with love in the physical world. And it is a journey that is free of expectations. It's the first card in the major arcana. The last card is the world card. It's all about ending of cycles and new beginnings, but it also has this freedom that comes in. The full card is like this energy of a newborn or a young child where um, before they learn what English means and here's the nose and all the rules, they have this awe and this wonder, this adventure type of feeling. So that's what's coming in. There is an opportunity coming in, and it's someone who does not want rules, does not want to have, like, I have to have intentions, I have to have all this. They just want to go on an adventure without any kind of strings attached, any rules, anything like that, any expectations. It's like, I just want to go enjoy the world. And would you like to come along and enjoy this, adventure with me? And that's what's coming in here. So it's not necessarily really travel, but it's about, enjoyment of a world. So that's the kind of individual that's headed your way next. And, if you do or do not care for it, you don't have to, right? But you get to experience it if you wish. So that's what they have for you, Anya Huya. So many blessings to you. Hey, divinely protected. Hello, hello. So you want to know what your guides want you to know about your life's mission. And deck three happens to be Oracle tonight, is the energy Oracle cards. So let's see here what your guides want you to know about your life's mission. All right. Thank you. Yay! We storm warning, storm warning. Number 10, endings and beginnings coming. The 10 is usually that, so we like that. It's clouds on the horizon. So this card indicates a potential difficulty either in the external world or within yourself in your emotional life. The difficulty is coming closer, and you may have already heard rumblings of potential problems around you. The caution here is to be conscious, yet not fearful. Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm clarity. Investigate your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action on your own behalf. As with all difficulty, even the worst storm passes. And always remember, you have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever may come your way. And the affirmation is I have the power to overcome any obstacle. No matter what is going on, I can be strong, confident, and self directed. So I like this because the energy that comes in with the storm here, when you're asking them, what do you want me to know about my life's mission? Is that there's a change coming here on what you believed your mission was, right? So there is this when you look over at like, well, this was my dream. It's been my dream all my life, but it's like, was it your dream all your life, or was it a dream someone else gave you and what you were influenced to think, well, this is supposed to be my dream? But if you wake up every day going, "Oh, God, I gotta go live my dream today," then you know it's not your dream, it's someone else's dream that was imparted to you as a gift. And luckily, you kept the receipt and you can return that gift. And this is self-direction. This is what makes your heart sing, what brings joy to your heart. The scavenger hunt of discovering what your life's mission is, and not just, taking on whatever um, we were influenced to take on. Because when you wake up in the morning excited, you're not hitting the snooze alarm, you're waking up before the alarm even, and you're excited to go out and live the dream that is yours, then you know it's yours and it's not based on fear or trying to live up to something else. So that is what is coming in for you, divinely protected. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. Yikes, I know, right? Oh my gosh, but it's a good sign because it's the fake dream that's being blasted away, and that's the ending and the beginning. Your true dream is what's unfolding, in front of you. So I like it. That is what is coming in. All right. So many, many blessings to you. And Dijona, you'll be in my next free reading coming up. But I do have a donation that came through for Heart Sense. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And any messages from your spirit guides, absolutely. Let's take a look here. And I do have 7 oracles. So, Heart Sense, I will ask you to choose a number between 1 and 7, and we will pull an oracle card for you as well. So let's see what the tarot are coming out here. Good evening. All right. Thank you, Heart Sense. I don't see it showing on my end either, divinely protected. So I'm not sure what's going on. Every once in a while, something weird happens with YouTube. So if it's not showing here, I won't receive that. So you might double check and make sure YouTube did not withdraw it from you, because neither you nor I get the advantages of that. All right, so let's take a look here. What else do they want you to know here? Okay. So we got 3 and then your oracle and then 3. So let's take a look here and see what we got going on here. All right. And then where does this lead? Okay. Well, you got a lot of change happening right now. Because you've got the devil card here, which is, of course, Capricorn, Saturn energy, change, change, change. Looking at all the strings. The strings are being tugged on so that you know they exist. So you know what of these thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that have been with you all your life have felt like sometimes you feel out of control. Like when something happens, we're taught that this story means this, right? And so um, we believe, okay, well, when that happens, this is what it has to mean. And we're kind of conditioned, brainwashed to say that, well, when I lose my job, it's a horrible thing. When someone does this, it's horrid, horrid, and we're taught all this stuff, right? Well, I like that you have the 6 of swords because this does show you're leaving some of those fears behind and you're moving forward. So there is this movement of thought and belief and mindset, which is great because there's a lot of thinking cards here with this movement, and you're discovering things, and the new truths are taking you in a new direction. This can roll out into the outside world and result in movement in relationship, in job, in the physical world, whatever it may be, that comes in there. So you have these changes happening. You have this transformation that's happening. Because here's one your first five of wands, something that changes in passion and desire, in the fire in your belly starts off as fearful, hesitancy, maybe a little bit of nervousness and anxiety, but it transforms into something more of love and friendship and support instead. So whatever this is in the outside world that's been whoop, 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 this has changed and these things are coming in. So we do have this energy transformation. And of course, all this thinking going on here, we also have surrender, obsessive thinking is your oracle that's coming in. And I'll show you that and then I'll read it just for the sake of the video. And it says, if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. And doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So I feel like that is what is happening over here because you do have the high priestess, and there is this you know, the high priestess connecting to the spirit world, stepping back into the, high priestess temple. She, connects above, goes behind the scenes, dives deep. So I feel like this connection to spirit is this surrender, is this, giving, giving it over, like it's talking about here, because you have another major arcana coming in here with the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is the number 5 as well. So you've got 2 fives, you have another one on the way. And this is the 5. This is the moving up and seeing things from a different perspective, really connecting to capital T truths, saying things from a higher, perspective. And it also allows you to realize what is not the way that you want to think about something anymore. So there is this transformation of the story that's been looping around up here. And it's like, okay, do I want to put that story to that? Do I have to? I don't have to, but I may still want to. But realizing that you don't have to somehow makes it less scary, I guess you could say. It's like, "Rawr," because you have the 5 of Pentacles. So your third 5 out of 6 cards, and the 5 of Pentacles is this change of how you're perceiving your worth. It's changing from feeling abandoned, being left out in the cold, feelings of lack, feelings of being left behind, and it transforms seeing that it's like this energy knowing that whatever unfolds in the outside world, with Pentacles being the outside world, is for us, and it reveals things to us. And here's a key that's provided that allows you to open the door to your worth and to understand things about who you are. So the stories I feel here have a lot to do with looking at what other people's actions, like we're taught, a famous one, when someone doesn't live up to their end of the bargain, you know, what what does that mean about me? Nothing. It means that they can't live up to their side of the bargain. But it's a beautiful mirror for me to question. Oh, I'm defining my worth by their actions or non-actions, their words or non-words, and it doesn't have anything to do with me. My emotions and my triggers are mine, but their actions and all that is not. So I love this freedom coming in here. And so the message from your spirit guides here is really just letting go of the thinking, the overthinking, through it all. And I like it, you know, the story of the apple, right? No, Cinderella, don't do it. Let the story, let the story go. Let that old story go. Um, and you know, throw the apple out, right? The poisoned apple that put her asleep, right? Let it die. Let it die. Yeah. So I really like that for you, Heart Sense. Yeah. Definitely, definitely, I like it. So that is what they have for you right now. So thank you so much for your donation. I'm excited. There's freedom that comes from it. I like the 5, all these changes. It's transformations, and there's this wonderful wonderful power that comes in with that. Things that would have held you back before, you're like, I can just change the story. Whoop, I'm the author of my life, not anyone else. People just make suggestions to us, all those opinions that they gave us that we took on as our own, but we can change our opinion anytime we want. We just got to change our habit of how we think about something. So you are very welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And then thank you, Divinely Protected. I do have two, I think two Cash App that came through here. Yes, I did. And yeah, I'm sorry about whatever happened with YouTube, but I definitely would dispute it because if I don't get it and you don't get it, then we don't want them to get it. They get enough money. Just kidding, YouTube. Thank you for your service. Don't ban me. All right. So, let's take a look here. All right. So your first follow-up question was, since you got the storm warning, weep, weep, what is your mission? Like, what does spirit want you to do? Psychic tarot and tarot, please. Um, you know, I don't I don't have the psychic tarot out uh for this week. I had thought about having it, but it's not over here. So, there are 7 different ones. I've got the, dream weavers, I've got numerology, I've got energy, I've got self messages from higher self, I've got the law of positivism healing, I've got the gateway, and the surrender cards, if any of those resonate. 1 through 7. Alright, very good. And, so, of course, spirit, they don't have, they don't care, It's like, what is my mission?" They're like, "What do you wanna do?" "I don't know. What do you want me to do?" "Whatever you wanna do." "No, but what do you want me to do?" And they're like, "Whatever you wanna do." And we're just like, "Well, what's the right thing to do?" "There is no right or wrong." "Oh, you're so frustrating." But we'll say, "Okay, so let's ask them. We'll ask them, well, what direction is for my highest experience, right?" So we'll go that route with it because that they are like, "Oh, okay. Well, if you're saying, what's a fun what's a fun adventure, we'll help you with that. We'll guide you that way." So that's what we'll ask of them here. Well, we knew that whoops, we knew that it was going to change, right? So he definitely it is changing to a different direction here. So a trillionaire. Well, there's what our you know higher self wants. There's a difference, right? So if our human wants to be a trillionaire, but our higher self has other plans, that's when it doesn't like align, right? I know. Powerball is up to 800 million or something like that, and Mega Million 500 million. So those are steps to becoming a trillionaire. All right, back on track. So life is a process of becoming a combination of states we have to go through. Where people fail is that they wish to elect a state and remain in it, and this is a kind of death. That's from Anais Nin. It says this card indicates that change is on the horizon, like a storm that when actually said clouds on the horizon, right? Many fears arise when people think about change. This is due to a fear based perception of endings and beginnings. In order for a spirit to grow, it must learn new lessons that emerge from loss, death, rebirth, and renewal. You're being asked to view changes in your life as new opportunities that will strengthen your spirit and increase your knowledge while on the earth. Yes, some changes may be unexpected and out of your control, but trust that these have come about to help you move forward on your journey and evolve. If you've lost a job and are in the process of looking for a new one, trust that this career change will bring about new beginnings and new opportunities. If you're moving to a new area, know that it's because it is a better vibrational match and will place you among those whose interest and integrity align with yours. If you're left brokenhearted from a relationship, take comfort that with time your heart will heal. The love you shared is eternal, and in time you will be led to the right person aligned with your spirit. Your higher self is inviting you to embrace change at this point on your journey. So, change is a coming and it is taking you in the direction that is for your highest vibrational match. I like it. Yeah. Strength. So, a big piece here of like what when we ask what is it that you want me to do, connecting to our higher self, here's this meshing of the human side, the lion, with the maiden, this wonderful combination, walking hand in hand with spirit, with our higher self, allows us to experience life in a whole new way. you know our human side wants to know all the details, all the timing, all the stuff because it wants to feel safe and in control. But when we can release control, like that change card, it's like we trust that the next step will unfold and then the next step will unfold. But I totally understand. I got Capricorn rising. I want a 5-year plan in detail, please, in triplicate, in case I lose a copy or two. But no, it's a scavenger hunt. The journey of discovering it, discovering of what makes our heart sing, what makes our heart feel full, that's what creator and the spirit world want for us. They want us to be able to express it. There's no set like, "Well, if you don't do it this way, we're gonna be sorely disappointed in you." There's none of that judgment. There's a grandfather taking a grandchild or a grandparent taking a grandchild to a playground to go play, to learn, to discover. There's no, exact like, well, am I supposed to go on the slide first? Or am I supposed to monitor the merry-go-round? Or am I supposed to, go on the swings? Where am I supposed to go? And there's no set way. It's play, it's experience, it's go. And when we release control, we can enjoy the journey rather than going, okay, the playground has become an obstacle course and I must get through it all in 2 minutes. We are the ones that put the pressure on us, and they're not so much from the higher realms, because the 6 of Wands shows that spirit sees you and you're in the spotlight, and they see and they celebrate. Every moment is a victory. The praise and the acceptance of the audience is shallow and transparent like ghosts. But we're showing here the victory, the recognition comes from spirit, from the spirit world, saying, that you are a victor just for being willing to come down to feel small and to feel the opposites up there is huge. Here's this ebb and flow of connecting to spirit and experiencing the lower, going up and experiencing the higher. We're in these cycles, we're in this transformation that comes up. And there's no wrong choice. There's just ebb and flow. There's just higher vibration and lower vibration, and we experience it all. And there is no supposed to, should, need to, have to, must. Those are fear based from the human side. And we experience those when we go into the human. Then when we're done, we're like, okay, I'm bored with that. I'm going to go back up here. So it's like they're really allowing you this freedom to let things go. Yeah. And here's the hermit's journey. Yay. Letting go of your fears, the fears of failure, the fears of rejection, the fears of losing conditional love. And here's the hermit's journey. So I love this, seeing things from a higher perspective, connecting with your higher self. I mean, you've got that, throughout all of here is the more you just, you begin to walk hand in hand with spirit. And it's more so not focusing on the end, but it's focusing on each moment. The strength card has this wonderful energy of, you know, we first like experience the human unaware of our higher self. That's like master number 11. And then master number 22 comes in, which the 2 2 we realize I'm more than this human character. There's two of me living this experience. There's my human character and the actor behind the human character, and we start understanding and connecting and realizing we're a spiritual being. And then they join together, become master number 33, where we walk hand in paw, or in this case, we meld together and we're able to experience life differently, not in a thing of fear, not feeling like we have to control and get to a certain outcome because we're taught you can't have happiness until you have completion. And it's like, no, we can be happy for no reason at all and be happy in this moment. And getting to that point isn't going to make us any more lovable because we're already 100% perfectly, unconditionally, eternally loved by the spirit world. And we're like, that's what it's all about. So that is what they have for you. I know we want details, but that's what's coming in there, divinely protected. So it's about letting go and enjoying the flow. Ooh, I like it. They made a rhyme. Dr. Seuss is in the house. All right, so that is for that one. Thank you so much for your donation. I do see another one come through too. So your number 2 question was your love life for the rest of July. Let's take a look here. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Well, so you got 4 cards, and then you got 2 cards, and then you got 4 cards. My goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Okay. So let me put these in order how they came out here. So you have the 7 of Cups. So we've got this emotional energy that's coming in, and I feel like there's this indecision emotionally that's happening right now. We got the Ace of Pentacles, which I like because this is this new opportunity that's coming up that helps these decisions be made. It just really helps clarify it. And we have this new birth, the Empress, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And I like this coming in here with the Four of Pentacles too, because this is a solid foundation in the outside world. And I love the new birth, the sensuality, but these both just feel so um, self-contained, and it's like whatever decisions are to come up here, there's this beautiful energy of I am going to choose for me rather than for everyone else. And I like this because for so long I feel like there's been this focus on the mindsets. We have the Ace of Swords, this constant, and just feels like this constant energy of I have to do this, I have to do this, all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, and that I have to be giving this, meeting all these expectations, and they keep leading to spilt cups, right? And it's like, you know what? I feel like I can never please everyone. And I feel like no one can ever please me. No one can meet up to my expectations. And they, for some reason, think that I can't meet up to theirs. Obviously, they're insane. That's how we all feel, right? But I like this that you're realizing a lot about yourself and that you're taking all of this um, into account, and that you are allowing yourself to choose for you, not by all the mind stuff. Because you've got the Eight of Pentacles, which shows that you have been doing your inner work. I mean, huge amounts of inner work around love. And this Eight of Pentacles is that it's coming here, it's moving. There will be this change, this circling. So I really like that. And here's the Knight of Cups, which is movement of love. So you do have romance that comes in here. I feel like this is more with this Eight of Pentacles. I feel like more August is when this starts to move, because I feel like whatever you've been doing, if there was someone there, I almost feel like they can't keep up, and that there's this moving away because you've been very patient with the Knight of Pentacles, waiting for them, waiting for them. Like, okay, any day now it's going to grow. But have you ever bought like plant seeds and you water them and you water them and they just, nothing ever comes from it? That's what it feels like with that there. And, with all of this work that you've been putting in and all of this romance, it feels like a new romance that's coming in, that's very emotional. And I feel like it'll be around a moon phase with the moon card coming in here, full moon or new moon in August, that there's a spark, there's this fruition, there's this energy that comes in that shows you the depths of emotion that you have been waiting for and waiting for and waiting for and waiting for. So I like this. I feel like July is just the putting an end to things that you're like, I've seen no growth, and I've been realizing how patient that you've been. And so I feel like you're letting some stuff go so that you can move forward. That Eight of Pentacles always in my head these days just shows that, I think you've heard me probably say, the butterfly and the caterpillar. Two caterpillars agree that this is what we're going to do. We're going to go into our cocoons, and then we're going to come out these changed beings, and we're going to go places that we could never go before as butterflies. Caterpillars can't go there. Yeah. And you go in, you come out a butterfly, and they're this big honking caterpillar. And you're just like, oh, no, not again. Another caterpillar who had good intentions, but not the follow through. So I feel like what comes in August, though, because you are changing on how you're perceiving yourself and what you're expecting, these things change and these things come. So that's what they have for you. They're divinely protected. And then you had a third donation, I believe, come through here. And then love 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll be up next after that. Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look here and see What do they want you to know about this person coming in? Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to I don't mean to say, laugh and giggle and you're like, "What does it say?" You'll see. All right. Yes. All right. So, worth waiting for, because here was the wait that's been going on, but with this 10, with the change of the wheel of fortune, this tells you that you're human. You know that everything happens on purpose for a purpose, but you're gonna realize that you're different and that, they also have been, this is someone else, has also been working this other one that was kind of like a distraction, a placeholder. But you have the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, where even your human feels like everything has happened on purpose, for a purpose, and for you, the tune of for you. And I really like that. I mean, it's like we've got the 9 of cups here, which is the emotional wish dream come true. So it's like, "What?" You can tell you about him, you're gonna meet him, and you're just like, "Okay, this seems too good to be true, but it's not." And I really like it. Uh, Fiery individual, possibly a fire sign. Got the Queen of Wands, the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is someone who doesn't get defensive, that they, so I feel like they're a fire sign because I feel like they are very nice looking, draw people to them with their fire and their energy, but they don't allow people to get them down. They have this nice bubble of peace around them that, no matter what people have, that they'll say, "Oh, blah, 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 blah," and nitpick them because they just have this very bright light that's going on that some other people don't like it, right? The people who are in misery, we don't like that you're happy, but they're very peaceful individual, even though they're full of fire. So possibly Sagittarius, not to diss Aries or Leo, but your Aries are the babies, Leo are the teenagers, Sagittarians are the mature fire signs, and so they have learned to deal with their fire. You know, they don't. I was talking because my host, she's Sagittarius. I go, Aries are like um "Hey, let's go do this." They, like, get people to go get in trouble with them. Leos are, "Watch me." And Sagittarians are like, "I'll watch. I'll watch as you guys go have fun." But they know what will get them into trouble and what won't, which I like. So that's really a well-directed fire that comes in here, and this connection to their emotions too. So I like this energy, just a very calm, emotionally centered, connected individual. So I feel like they're really connected with their emotions. And this makes sense too, because they're very connected to their higher self. And the Five of Pentacles shows that they have had gone through this change of having felt abandoned, left out in the cold, um, this rejection type of abandonment feelings in the past that they've overcome. So they're very much well grounded and connected, which I really like about these. So feel very, I must feel like they have a very solid spiritual life, but not organized religion. I feel like they're very aware of themselves and of the higher realms. Yeah. So they have done a lot of leaving behind old thinking to move into new thinking. So very much a transformative individual. So I like it. That's very much in alignment. It's like someone that you need that has, not that you need anyone, but that someone who's more in alignment, more compatible is the word I was looking for. Thank you. But it's just like, yeah, I like this for you. Yeah. someone who thinks from a higher place, which that 6 of swords we knew. So, I like it. I like it for you, and so those are some tidbits of who they are and what is going on. So hang in there, hang in there. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the moment by moment. I like the let go of control, let go and go with the flow. I like it. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your multiple donations. All right. And love 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for your donations. Okay, you're resending. So don't do number two from the first donation. Okay. Okay. I get you. All right. So don't do number two there. You're resending here. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So thank you for your multiple donations. So number one. Hey, Bart. Yeah. See, so right? You're like, yeah. You're like, we are the mature fire signs. You got in enough trouble when you were younger, right? You learned. All right. So number one, okay, look into mama. And then number three, okay, and number four. All right. So let's take a look at those. You're great. Oh, booty, booty, booty. All right. So let's see what's going on here. All right. Well, I like this rebirth that's coming in here. No, no, no. We all are going to pass one day, but that's not what this is. The Nine of Wands is there's this restart that's coming for her here because there's something that's been blockage. There's been this blockage. There's been this, she couldn't get past something, but this rebirth is showing that she's taking herself into power here. She's grabbing this, lifting it up, and you can see here how this is the only thing that is, you know, having this connection here. It's this, she pulls that up and then she's able to walk through it. But it's this rebirth. She almost feels like with this change, it's almost like she has a second wind in life, is kind of what I feel comes through there. I know, sorry. Should have warned you a little more, right? Oh my God. Yeah. So it has to do with her mindsets. So, the King of Swords rolls over the swords, and her they all get a second portion of air, so they're the masters of air too, of thought and belief and mindset. So there's this mental belief. It's cutting away some fears, and I think we talked about it before with her that when we are have maybe she checks like the internet too much, but when we get all these fears in our head around something, we actually are inviting things, right? When whatever we focus our energy is what we grow. And so it's like, stop reading the internet, stop looking at all the details, look at all this stuff, and start focusing on what you're grateful for. And that's where that change of mindset, the change of where she's investing her energy allows things to change. The energy in the body changes, right? And of course, whenever we're asking about medical things, I have to say I'm not a medical professional. Tarot is designed for entertainment purposes, and ultimately, everyone else gets to make their own decisions. But we always say it's great to check with a professional in medicine and psychology and finances and all that. So this thinking, what is it? There's a great is it the Pond Tarot? He's a funny guy. He always say, "No stinking thinking." It's like, let's get out of the stinking thinking and into the thinking that smells like roses and where we're focusing our energy. So, I feel like that helps with the rebirth in the energy because if she continues to focus on the fears, she brings things in, right? So that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. Yes, Chris. I like him. He cracks me up. All right. And then your third question, since we're skipping number 2, um, oh, is there a reason? Whoops. So, we've got the Knight of Swords, which is movement, movement, movement of communication, and the Moon, which is hidden and unknown. And I feel like that there's communication problems, like trying to get it scheduled, because I just feel like with this moon card, this is the phases. I feel like it has to do with things that are happening and they're trying to get it into their schedule. I don't feel like there's anything sinister. The moon card can mean hidden things, but I don't feel that here. I feel it's more about the phases. And this is about them trying to get it done and fit in and all that, type of stuff. So I don't feel like anything like that. There's nothing sinister about it. It just feels just ability to schedule it. Yeah, I'll get it in there. Just got to schedule it. Got to get it in my schedule. But it's like, I feel like they have so much going on all the time. And it's like trying to find out when they can go when they don't have meetings and blah, 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 blah. It's hard to get it in there. Yeah. All right. And then number 4, um, oh yeah. Yeah, I see that here. They think you're so mean. And I'm just kidding. They know you. They perceive you as this queen of wands. Fiery little mouth. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But zap, zap. Sometimes things just kind of come flying out. But they know you. They know you're fiery. They know that you get things done, that you go, 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 go. And that sometimes when you say stuff, it just comes out a little more um, snarky than you mean it to. I like that word, snarky. And it's okay. They got Page of Pentacles, which is about, you don't have to worry about what how they are thinking about you has to do with their own growth of their own worth. And you could say something differently. And just because they have a little bit like, um, self-confidence challenges that, it's good for them. It's good for them. 'Em. Let's see. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, it's not that. So, that's what they have for that one, and then the next one here, so number 5, which is really number 4. Okay, and then number 6. Hey, Tim. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. And number 7. Okay. And then did you say you were gonna re-ask a number 2? A different one? Possibly, maybe? Okay. So let's take a look here. Wow. I think yeah, I really think that you will here, um, because you've got the 3 of Pentacles, which the 3 stood out to me for 3 months. So I feel like it is for 3. Okay, very good. Okay, I see. So, yeah, this is And you got the King of Pentacles, which is abundance, and the King of Wands, which is, putting your power and your passion. And, here's because you're Leo, right? Here's you leading the jungle and stepping into this. So, um, we've got this. This is about you being true to your authentic self. And then, again, I feel like it's 3 months, and but you really learn a lot. The kings are masters of their suit, so you learn a lot about the outside world. You learn a lot about your expressing yourself and your energy. So I really feel, this is a positive here for you, that it's very probable for you to get that. And then number 6. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I tell you, they're in their head a lot. Again, uh, self-reflection, such a huge piece of what's going on between the 2 of you. But leaving fears behind and moving, um, you know, uh, from choppy waters to calmer waters, this movement of thinking and thought. And so does represent movement here. And I think, didn't you weren't you gonna have, like, an overseas travel? I don't know if that was you, but this represents overseas travel, as well. Um, with everything that's going on in their life, I almost feel like it doesn't hurt to reach out to them. This is movement of communication. You got the 6 and the 8s, which is it's just good movement. He's got a lot of thinking and stuff. Maybe, you never know. I don't know if that's together. Let me see here. But, I just feel with as busy as his life is, it's like, it's just good to be there. Yeah. I've got the home feeling here, the 4 pentacles. So it feels solid on their part. I just feel like they're so busy with their life right now that it's just, um I don't know, I just don't feel like they have so much energy and mental mental things. So I feel like there's just so much, Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, no, I don't see for number 7, we've got, you know, here's the 1, 2 of cups and the victory and movement, card here. So this would represent positive, positive result, not like a positive, like a happy result. We'll put it that way. And then see, I just like this, bonding. So that tells me that it's good here too. So yeah, I think I like that. So a simple text, just booyah, just saying, just saying hello, no expectations. Yeah, yeah, and that's the whole thing is, I with as much with as many especially relationship readings as I've done over the decades, the energy is always just be you and don't worry about what people are thinking or not doing whatever. It's like, be you. And if we're afraid that if I'm myself they won't like me, then be you. And if they don't like you, then they tell you, and you're like, thank you, that's what I needed to know, bye. you know and do that. So that's what I feel, regarding that. Boom. All right. So thank you again so much for your donations and good seeing you. And I do have, so I got a couple Cash App that came in. Love you. But it's moi had come in first, so we will go to that one, and then um, then I have two other individuals. I haven't opened them, so I see who they're from, but I'm not sure if that's their screen name, so I don't want to say it out loud until I look at it. All right. So it's moi. Thank you so much for your donation and your question below. How is Jay doing? All right. All right. Oh, okay, great. Let's take a look here. So, how is Jay doing? All right. Well, live in lodge, live in lodge. Okay, what else? Anything else? Okay, all right. Yeah, I think they're fine here. We've got the Four of Pentacles, which is solid foundation in the outside world. So, I feel like they're doing okay in the outside world. They really have a lot of energy here. With the Emperor card, which is Aries energy, new beginnings, but really standing up and for what they want. And I feel like they're investing a lot of energy into their life. What's happening? What's going on? I just feel like in a lot of areas, like, I almost feel like health and job and just all this lot of energy invested in what they're wanting, and the emperor is like, they'll listen, hear people's advice, but they're like, all right, I'm making my decisions. They're putting a lot of emphasis around, I'm going to do what I want, um, which could or could not be how they were before, but I feel like they really are doing what they truly want, because I feel like they're seeing things from a different perspective in their life, and they've really are focusing here, um, you know yeah, I feel like they have because 'cause they've got the Lovers card coming in here. So, this was coming next. But they do have this seeing things from a different perspective, cutting away, which these 2 cards together, the Emperor is about, I'm choosing me, I'm doing what I want, and I'm seeing what I was fearing, I'm cutting those things away. I'm doing what I wanna do. They don't feel like there's this holding back anymore, so I feel like they might have even more. uh, I don't feel like they have like a relationship. I just feel like they have, because the lovers stood out to me. Like they are expressing themselves here, you know, with the Aries fiery energy and the Eight of Wands, a lot of passion. So I feel like they are out and about, out and about, like a if you know what I mean. Yeah, I feel like what's coming next for him, though, I mean, I feel like they're trying to figure out who they really are and what they truly want too, because I don't feel like they do. This Ace of Swords does tell me that they're interested in trying to see things differently because, you know, they, have a lot of, mental conflict. I feel like how they were raised, what they were shown growing up, that they had so many just contradictory, it's almost like they learned a lot of contradictions, and they didn't know what, what to think in each moment. Like sometimes like, well, this is what I was taught, but well, this is what I was taught too, but I don't know. I feel like they're just really trying to get things figured out, but I feel like they're out sowing oats or whatever they call it, dating a lot, um, staying away from commitments because they want to do what they want to do, and they just are in this self-discovery type of phase, it feels like. It's almost like a midlife crisis, but not midlife, it just feels very, very, sporadic, if that makes sense. So, that's what's coming in there, it's moi. I wouldn't invest a whole lot of energy in them besides looking into what you learned through the experience, and that's about it. So, that's what's coming in. So, many blessings to you, and thank you again for your donation. All right. Hey, random. Good to see ya. And I think you asked your question up above. I believe. Yes. So thank you for your donation. You want to know, what does spirit want you to know about the situation that you're in? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. All right. Well, you do have this fiery movement that's coming in here with all of this, because we've got this energy here, and you know we've got the Page of Cups, which is higher love, like this movement up, which has to do with your inner love, but I feel like it has to do with your outer love too. There's this Knight of Wands that's fast, fast moving, moving. A lot of passion, a lot of fire that's been happening. And I kind of feel here with these cards. I mean, you got another knight, which is about, the slowest moving knight, the one in the outside world, and the Ten of Pentacles has about this. Well, this is leading to feeling whole and complete, and all the dreams come true, and blah, 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 blah. Right. But it feels like this has just been, I don't know, it's like a 2 hour trip has been taking 10 hours. And um, it's like, why are you going 5 miles an hour? The speed limit is 95. And I just feel like there's been this dragging out of things. And um, so some things like this, there's this inner world that's going on that's just fast, 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 and emotions are flying, but the outside world is taking forever to move. And we've got the conflicting thoughts and beliefs here, a lot of confliction in communication and thought and belief. And here, this Page of Pentacles is coming up. So we've got this, energy that's coming in with this, you know, again, there's this conflict is bringing up new opportunities that are rising here. So, whatever situation that you're in here, it just feels, you know, so much going on the inside and so much not going on the outside. And the conflict, though, is about to come to a head with that Five of Swords resulting in the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like the two worlds couldn't go at that speed for very long, yeah, before explosions with the 10 of wands is, a lot of energy being invested in this path, and it's the end and the beginning, birth, new birth, mother nature, mother nurture. So there's like this energy that comes to a head that allows you to nurture yourself and to choose for you and to look at where you want to invest your energy. It's like it's no longer feasible to continue on this journey. You've gleaned all you can from it. And now there's a new birth, this newness that comes in, the Empress with creativity and new opportunity coming in. Let's take a look here. Yeah, free readings are still open. I haven't started very many of them because I've had donations. So um, I have about an hour left. So, and I just have one more donation after this, and then I should be back on free readings unless anyone else makes a donation. See anything else here? Nothing coming through. Come on, come on. Anything else for random? Okay. Yeah, we got another ending and beginning. 10 of Swords, tired of living up to a lot of expectations, a lot of birds pooping on your head with all those thoughts, and you get to clear those away and look at how more serene that is. So, stopping trying to live up to everyone else's expectations. And it's time for you. It really is this change coming in here. So hopefully that helps their random, but that's what they have coming in here for you. So many blessings to you. Spin the cards back in here. You are very welcome. All right. And then I believe I have Aaron, a cash app from Aaron, paging Aaron. And so if you are in the house, let me scroll up here. See if you have your question. If not, just ask it down below and you are up next. Let me just double check here. Okay, sorry. Don't think I see one. Let me scroll back down here. All right. So, Aaron, if you are in the house, if you want to pop your question down below, if you're maybe in a different name, but I don't think I saw it, but there's a lot of there. I'm just going to take a sip real quick here. All right. Oh, duh. Sorry. I see now that was you, divinely protected. You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So you want to know what is the final outcome between you and Mech? Energy, Oracle, and Tarot. All right. Let's take a look here. So what's the final outcome? Okay. Okay. And Tarot. All right. So you've got card 53 and you got the Magician and the Mirror. So, of course, the Mirror is all about seeing your reflection. What did I learn through this? They were a mirror for me. What did I learn through it all, right? And it's about knowing and using your true power. It says this card represents the culmination of your personal and spiritual power at this time. In the magician's left hand is the flame of passion and action. In the right hand is a vortex of water and the light of reflection. This highly beneficial card is telling you that you are the magician, and within your grasp are the amazing forces of earth and spirit. The water is the energy of yin, the power of spirit and clarity of thought. And the flame is the energy of yang, bringing direction and creativity. Together, they give you the magnificent magic of transformation. The mirror stands beside the magician, reflecting the outer world's response to your choice to use or dismiss the true power that you have. Its silver reflection reveals the future in a mist on the horizon, ready to be magically formed. When you receive the magician, you are put on notice that an important and powerful time is at hand. You are the alchemist of your life, and just as an alchemist turns base metals into gold, you're now able to transform your difficulties into great blessings. This is true in every area of your life. Claim your power and embrace your intentions in your heart and in your daily life. Direct your destiny, and the mists of the future will clear into brilliant reality. The affirmation is, I have all the power I need to create the destiny I desire. Magic happens when I live in consciousness and my eternal truth. And this happens to be the last card in this deck too, which signifies endings and new beginnings, like the world card in the major arcana. They have a reversed meaning here, which I do want to read too. It says, it's a warning to you that you may be missing a great opportunity. The time is right, but you're not taking advantage of the creative energy of this cycle. You do have the power to transform things for yourself, to create something new, whether a home, business, family, or life direction. There we go again. It's in your hands. You may be resistant to or even disbelieving of the unlimited power you possess, but it's time to wake up. The misinformation and perceived limitations that linger from the past can no longer sustain you. Your life is the mirror that reflects your inner energy, yet you have the ability to change what you see. You must fully open up to the complete truth of your eternal wisdom, talents, and abilities, and take the risk of believing in yourself. Now is the time to dig deep, find the confidence and courage within you to make the most of this opportune cycle. You have all the resources you need, and the unlimited force of the universe is at your disposal. It's waiting for you to recognize and ignite the phenomenal powers that are eternally yours. So I feel like this is turning inward. You've got the Hermit's journey, the 10 of Cups. I feel this is covered up with your inner journey. So I really feel with all of this and with the other cards that you received that, the final outcome is that you move forward and go in a different direction, because those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you've had with the 7 of Swords, you're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have kept you from receiving this, that have held you back to feeling this fulfilling and overflowing 10 of Cups type of relationship. And here's that Knight of Cups that's coming your way that we got. So, there's someone that can give you this, but not the other. So, um, that is what is coming in there. Um, I'm feeling like they let's, because you've been waiting so long for them to step up. I just don't feel like that was the example they gave for them, because isn't that the one with the seeds that you watered and nothing ever came up? You're like, that was a waste of my money, but you learned a lot about yourself through it. But I feel like, and that someone else is coming down the pike, someone new that you do not know. But that was August, I believe, right? All right. So that is what is coming in. Again, thank you so much for your additional donation there. And all right. So I think that's for all my donations. And so we will scroll up, and we had left off. I think Dajona, right? I don't think we did yours, Dajona. So there we go. So we are Dajona. You are up next. So whatever spirit would like you to know. All right, let's take a look here. Actually, I'm going to switch up decks here. I'm going to go into the Naked Heart Tarot. So let's see what they have coming through here. All right. Right off the bat. So at this moment, there is just a gentle reminder about emotion, not choice really, because the Five of Cups, besides, being like a realization that we come down here to experience the spilt cups of lower vibrational energies, disappointment and sadness and betrayal and abandonment and all those other delicious, nummy emotions rooted in fear. But there's two cups left over, which is you've got the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups here that are represented in the energy of these cards. And they represent every moment we get to choose what emotion we feel, what energy we put forward, even what stories. There's just this power of choice that's coming in here. And just a gentle reminder that every moment is a choice between unconditional love and the fears of losing conditional love. There's no right, no wrong. They just bring us different experiences, but we get to choose. You're not stuck in one way of thinking or feeling or believing or acting. I can change it. And I feel like they're just a reminder, a gentle reminder that you can step into your power in any second. And you can switch back and go into drama anytime you want to without judgment. But when you're done, just know that you always have another choice. And I feel like that's important. This power of choice coming in. So that's what they have for you, Dajona. So many blessings to you. And LA, I know I saw alarms. I am well. I hope you are well as well. Let's take a look here. All right. Weep, weep, weep. So, energy read on Stephen S. After Michael reached out to him to settle. Is he open to it? Will it settle this summer before September? I'm done. You're done. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Let's take a look here. So, what are they open to settle? All right. Any others? All right. Well, this is our answer. Yes, they are also ready to leave behind the emotions and things that no longer, uh, you know, um, are viable for them to be there. They're ready to leave things behind and move forward. So they are ready for it to be over as well. Um, they're ready. They're just ready. So that is a good eight is a movement card. And so they are ready. They're like, yeah, let's get this done. So I like it. And then that would be August. I feel like is the with the eight of cups, I feel like it will be done in August, if not before. I feel like it's rangy, it has to do with our things. And so if you are truly done, if you're truly released, then it can come fast, right? So I like it for you, LA. So boom, boom, woot, woot. Hands in the air. All right. Alarm girl. Right? Freedom, freedom. You are very welcome. Many blessings to you. All right. Cheery, you are up next. So you dreamed of searching for the place 3 times this week. And you want to know, does he dream about this place too, or at least try to search for something in their real life? Um, you know, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. I feel like this almost feels like a dream world here. This 9 of Cups, dreamy, and the Devil card, Saturn, searching, working, boom, boom, boom. I feel like Capricorn, energy is very much this, searching and organizing and doing this. So I don't I don't feel like, um, they're caught up. I don't feel like they realize this yet. I don't feel like they dream about it as much as you do to where it's because I don't feel like it's, like, clicked of, like, "Why do I keep dreaming of this place?" I feel like they have so much going on. I feel like the dream comes in um, intermittent enough that it hasn't clicked like it has for you, right? I feel like they for work because Capricorn 10th house energy of work and job, I feel like they are searching for this place, but not specifically because they're dreaming about it, because it's offering this, they're searching to, because it's a class or a workshop, right? They're looking for a place that has this workshop, in the timing they need, blah, 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 blah. So it's not that they're being initiated by the dreaming, but by the work that they are wanting to do and expand and get certified or have it added to their repertoire, type of thing. So that's what's coming in, Sherry. So that's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. Enjoy the search. All right. Julia, you are up next. And thank you for mentioning Chris. I like it. I like his, if it's not a heck yeah, it's a heck no. And I just love his snarkiness. All right. So, Julia, spirit's advice for your August love. All right. Let's see what they have here. Okay. Come on. There we go. So, you got the Seven of Swords. So, be aware of what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, any underlying fears that are there, that around love and expectations around love. I like the way they have this, because usually they're carrying five swords and have left two behind, but I feel like you've left five behind. And there's just a couple things to look at that can free you. And I like to hear, I just now noticed this. Of course, Spirit's showing me these today. We've got the Two of Wands and then the Two of Swords. And these are all about that you get to choose what story you apply to things in August, and what energy that you invest and choose also in the month, of August. So whatever you focus on with your energy is what grows and expands, and you get to choose what story you put to things. So I like the advice is like, um, everything that unfolds in our life just is, but we're the ones that are putting the narrative behind it, both in story and emotion and energy and in action. And so their advice is just be aware of what choices you're making each moment, and with all of that, because that is what determines what kind of love that you are experiencing, because we're the ones in charge of the world that we see, because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are, right? And so we're the ones that are showing it all there. So hopefully that makes sense, Julie, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. I like it. Very empowering. Right. And Happy Pill, you will be up next. Hi. Very telling. Wow. Wow. All right. Patty, thank you so much for your donation. Good morning to you. So, what can you expect in the finance meeting with your boss today? Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, let's take a look. See what is going on. Wow, all of that, huh? Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, I like that. Okay. All right, so it's a lot of the same. A lot of the same, just repeated, but it's good. We like repetition because it just shows us they really mean it. Got the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands here is about a change of where energy is being invested. Don't worry, Four of Pentacles shows solidity in the outside world with finances, so that's good. But it's a change of mindset. Seeing things from a different perspective is allowing them to reevaluate where energy is being invested regarding things. So there is going to be some changes. We have the Emperor coming in. So it's coming from the top, these changes that are coming in. But there's also this dual message that you also are stepping up, and you are being able to make decisions as well. It feels here with this Spirit of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Six of Cups. We've got balanced emotional energy here. We have, a lot of thinking, a lot of communication. So I feel like there's going to be I'm sorry, Patty, you might be getting a project that has a lot of thinking in it. Yay! You're like, oh God, I'm seeing spreadsheets. No, but I like it. There's balanced energy. It feels very like an opportunity that's arising for you here. I like it because you do have here this Judgment card, which is this higher calling, and you have the Page of Pentacles, the Innocence of Pentacles, new opportunity opening up too. So I feel like there's this, um, you know, double ending, double new beginnings. So I feel like there's ending of stuff, but maybe something that you were working on is either completed or being ixnayed, but they're moving you into something else as well. So I like it. It feels very positive. It feels like an opportunity, and it feels like a lot of that 10 of wands is a lot of work's been invested in something, and it's almost like, "Are we gonna do more of this?" And they're like, "No, we're done with that. We've invested enough. We've got what we needed, and now but now we're gonna go into this." And I feel like it's an exciting opportunity that comes your way. So that's what I feel, Patty. So, you hope you enjoy spreadsheets, though. If you hate them, it's a good opportunity to learn to love them, right? But that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you, and thank you again for your donation. All right. So happy pill, you're up next. Let me just take a quick sip here. Who is manifesting you? All right. Let's take a look here. And who are you manifesting to? All right. Well, right now, there seems to be this nudge for you focusing on your self love. And I like that because, when it comes to energies and it comes to us being drawn together to our next soulmate or soul partner, whoever it may be, the more we're focusing in on our higher love, we were raising our love vibration, we're drawn faster to one another. And I feel like, Spirit is pointing you back in because you've got the 9 of Pentacles, 9, number of the Hermit. Here's Spirit with you in this feeling of independence and this growth here. But the Moon card, when combination here, for me, represents like Mother Luna and you caring for yourself and you investing this energy. Um, so I like this combo coming in because they're saying that there is someone manifesting you, but they're wanting you to focus on your love so that you can express that and you can be in that position where you can receive the love that they're going to be able to offer and that they're going to be able to receive the love you're able to offer. But if our self love is smaller, no matter how much love we want to put through, it's only going to trickle out. And no matter how much love they want to give us, it's going to trickle in. But when we're opening this love up, it also opens up the pathway, the pipeline to the human that's coming your way. So I like it. They're kind of saying like, it's a surprise. Let's focus on you though, because that way we'll get there faster. It's like, well, I want to know the destination. They're like, do you want to take time to know the destination? It takes longer to get to the destination. Or do you want to not know the destination right now and focus on speed? And we're like, can I have both? They're like, not right now. So that's what they're having you focus on. So that's what's coming in. Happy Peel. So many blessings to you. You're welcome, Patty. All right. So let's take a look here. So, Magician, you are up next. So, August reading. I can't believe it's going to be August next month. Holy cow. What is happening? All right. Well, I like that you have the Lovers card, which means an important relationship is coming in, whether it's romantic, um, or it can be, with family, best friend. You got the Strength card here, which is a combo of your human and your higher self, which this can also be a spiritual connection with your higher self here, especially with the 8 coming in, the number 8. So, I feel like this is something that's really been you've been focusing on here of increasing and improving your intimate relationship with spirit, and I like that because I feel like this is definitely has this energy that it's been just growing and growing and growing and growing, and you have this wonderful aha that happens in August where it just feels like this has come to fruition. And if you're looking for love or important relationships in the outside world with humans, this just floods out and sparks that too. So that's what's coming in for you, magician. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. And many blessings to you. All right. Swimmer girl. Hello. Hello. Love you too. Hey, Angelica. Um, for the free readings, I do go down in order, first come, first serve. So there's several free readings ahead of you yet. If you do want to prioritize your reading and have it next, a donation of any kind, I do prioritize those. Otherwise, I got about maybe 10, 15, maybe more people in between. So we will get to you though. All right, Alex, so you'd like a love reading. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has here for you for love. All right. Oh, yay. I know, right? No. Well, there's a beautiful clarity coming in here for you around what you're wanting out of love. Who do you want to be when you're in love? And what do you want to uh, have expressed? Because the sage is the Hierophant. There is this drawing inward into finding the capital T truth of who you really want to be. There's a lot of truths coming in here because the devil card also shakes and rattles our small t truths that we've been taught since we were very young, and it makes us and it's not subtle either. It just brings all these examples to our face to go, okay, I get it. I see the classroom. I see what you're trying to teach me. All right. But both of these coming in together just shows there's a huge change and shift around your awareness of what I want from love. Who do I want to be in love? And there's this cutting away of all these expectations, the cutting away of all these supposed tos that allows you to know the what I want, why I want it, but the who and the how and the when, you're really letting go to spirit. You're trusting them. I know, right? Whoa. But you can trust them because they are trustworthy. They're the only beings that are because they're not human and they don't go into fight or flight mode and become selfish and self-survivalish, which is so we want someone we can trust with that. But I feel like that's what's coming in for you, Alex. So many blessings to you. All right. And then double, triple, quadruple X. You are up next. So what is new? What do they want? Oh wow. So this is a card that's significant and is only to this deck. It's the Naked Heart. And there's this beautiful message that comes in here about following your heart, about flying. The little moth has a like a message that they whisper, you are brave and you are beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light. And it's talking about that you find everything you need within your heart that allows you to move forward and move into places in your life with bravery and with courage. And I like this that you are connecting to your higher heart and you're really identifying so much about what you want. It's just your heart is being able to sing, it's been able to communicate with you in big ways. So it's like It's almost like having a relationship with your inner child, but you can have a relationship with your heart, your higher heart, and it's a beautiful thing to communicate with. So I like this for you. Maybe it's not new, but I feel like it's emphasized for you is to sit with your high heart and maybe even write with your non-dominant hand a message from your high heart to you. What do you want to tell me? Because I feel like there's some beautiful things they do want to tell you. So that's what's coming through double, triple, quadruple X. So many blessings to you. Yeah, Angelica, I do also dive deeper. So for anyone new that's coming in, I talk about this at the very beginning, but so for those of you that have been here, just bear with me. But we so the free readings I go down in order, first come, first serve. And then so you just put your question out. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading. But if you want your reading prioritized, a donation of any kind, I do honor that. I step out of the free readings, I complete those, prioritize them, I dive deeper into those, and then once I'm done, I go back. And you can use the super chat at the bottom. Also, in the pinned comment at the top, I have my Venmo, my Cash App, my Square, and my PayPal, right? Yeah. So, and I don't have any set dollar amounts, whatever you're able to give. I trust that's what you're able to give. And I know I honor those. So that is what the how the process works. So thanks for asking, Angelica. I know there's a lot of people here that may not have heard that at the beginning. So thank you for that. All right. So we left off with divine love for the free readings, and you want August monthly for you. So let's take a look here. Yeah, so you've got some empowering energy of transformation because the Nine of Swords, even though it looks scary and it's called the Nightmare and Insomnia card, it's a great card to get because nine is the number of endings. 10 is like the movement of endings and beginnings, but you're reaching the end of facing some fears that you had, some supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And the king here, the spirit of wands, is the king of wands, which is you stepping into your power. So things that were keeping you kind of back before, in August, you step forward. You're like, you're ready. These things are falling away, which allows you to really step into your power and step forward. It's the entrepreneur card. It's the um, taking your energy into your own hands and where do you want to guide it? How do you want to direct it? And it makes things happen. So it feels like there's this barrier of fears that are falling away, and you've been looking at them and uh, dealing with them in your dreams, even, and you're just like, okay, there's this release that happens and this energy and this passion for life that comes forward in August. So I like it. You're ready to make some leaps in August. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. And for the next free reading, beautiful girl, you'll be up, Angelica. Thank you so much for your donation. And then let me just scroll up here and see your questions. All right. So Sage and Palo Santo is expensive, right? Um, um, so my table, um, if you check out my, my pick a card that came out yesterday, you can see I have my little setup right next to me where I actually film card readings. Like personal card readings and my weekly pick a cards and different things like that. And so you can kind of see the stones. I have like a little it has all the elements of a altar because I do have water and I have stones and of course fire and I have a big angel representing the air. So I bring in all the earthly elements, and I have a big selenite stone that I got in southern Utah. Just very beautiful. Got lotus things on there. I don't have incense on that one. I have like another altar that I have that's my personal altar that I burn in here too. So it's a wreck in here. I can't show you guys. I'll have to clean. Maybe I'm going to be working on having memberships, possibly toward the end of this month. And maybe I'll do a behind the scenes so you guys can see what I see. I don't wanna ruin the facade of cleanliness and organization, though. I'll have to clean first. I appreciate, you mentioning, about the accuracy and all that, yeah. The biggest thing is having our altar inside of our hearts clean and open, right? Because when we do that, that opens our we are the essence, we are the true incense, and, opening ourselves up. All the external physical things aid us, help our human side really clarify things, um, and gives us the oomph. Like ritual is very important for our human psyche side, because if we can do things to have it go along with us, it just helps to make it easier. It's not necessary, but we can, but it helps us, right? And so you were asking, you want a reading on should you buy sage and Palo Santo? Use it for your decks or incense? Yeah, your room is not well ventilated. Yeah, some of that stuff is, pretty I bought, like, the little, um, bundles that come with all the different kinds, and it does say on there, "Use in ventilated room," because otherwise, woof. But let's take a look here and see what spirit has to say here for you, Angelica. So, is it necessary here? And so the first one was Palo Santo, the second is incense, and then anything else they'd like you to know. And I pull an oracle card for you, Angelica. I have 7 decks that I'm using this evening, so I'll let you choose 1 through 7. Yeah. All right. You actually picked the numerology deck. So for Palo Santo, we've got like the 8 of Wands is a lot of messages from spirit. So they say that you get a lot of messages from spirit using Palo Santo. So you can do it. There's no shoulds on the spirit side either. They're like it's you just get different experiences from things. Um and then regular incense, you have the 9 of Pentacles, which here's spirit sitting with you in the garden. So it shows that you can get connection with spirit if with either or, either or. I like that the clarification that they brought in is kind of what I was saying with the hermit. The important thing is you are withdrawing and connecting to the higher realms, right? It's you stepping away and becoming this. And the justice card shows us here with the Ace of Swords that connects to the capital T truths of the higher realm and allows us to balance things out, allows us to let fears go. And what comes in, and it happens in any actually, it happens in every area of our life, right? Where the human side likes to define, control, come up with rules because it likes feeling comfortable of like, okay, I have a rule and I feel okay and safe. That's our human side. And that's why I like tarot, because I could sit here without any tarot cards and connect to spirit and give you guys messages. But boring. No, number one, boring. But number two is we are visual creatures, these humans. And so when you see something like this, wow, it just really it allows our human to connect and be involved, and it brings the spiritual messages really strong into the human world. Whereas if if it was a blank screen, all you heard was my voice, or you read it, it's like, well, it's not as and it doesn't involve as much as our human psyche as our human side, right? So when you're looking at what rituals you want to do, allow yourself to go beyond, allow yourself to um, create what you want to do, because your energy is what um, connects. Your energy is the one that influences it all. And then I'm going to pull from here from the numerology deck here, and let's see what else they had here for you, Angelica. I like it. So perhaps music is an important thing for you here, because the music is what activates you emotionally, right? And so this is confirming with me. They don't want me to read from the book, but music influences us, right? I mean, I know that when I listen to I know what songs to go to activate what emotion I'm wanting, you know. It's like if I want to feel sad, I know the sad songs I put on. If I need to cry, I know what songs to put on, you know. When I want to be happy, I know what songs to put on. When I want to connect with spirit, I know what songs take me there, And so I feel like music is key for you too. If you've been thinking of like, wow, I want to put on certain music, it takes me to a place. Everything is vibration, and music is a wonderful way of vibration that comes through for us. And so, whether it's you singing with your own vocal cords, it puts out energy, and it is specific for you there. So I like that. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Angelica. Very good. So I feel like the incense is the incense is incense. It's what like how music impacts us. Certain incense does. I know like when I smell Nag Champa, it like the first time I smelt it, I went away somewhere. I went like back to a past life in a monastery in the upper, hills somewhere in the world. I was gone. I was just like, and so, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the touch, all of that allows us ritual connection, right? So, hopefully that helps. But that's what they have for you, Angelica. I love it. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. So we scrolled back up and we had left off with Beautiful Girl for the free readings. And so who is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. Well, you've got the sage right now. So there is this energy of a hierophant, a spiritual teacher, someone who is really versed in connection with the spirit world will be coming towards you. I don't feel like this is love. I feel like this is a special connection, though, someone who really gets you and you get them. I feel like this is more, um, I don't know, and I don't feel like it's a teacher, like a teacher student type of relationship. I feel like it's more um, that you guys teach each other, like the sages, you teach each other. So there's someone that's coming in that's really helping you transform things in your life and vice versa. Because I feel like you guys really mirror each other very well. I don't feel like there's romance in there. I feel like there is love, but it's not romantic love. I feel it's like on a different level. So I feel like that's who's coming towards you right now. Um, and it's like one of those types of individuals that you just really click, and it almost feels like you're like a brother or sister from another lifetime. and it feels more buddy than it does feel like romance. But I feel it's an important part of your unfolding of your journey. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, beautiful girl. And Grace, you're up next. So I love reading for you. Let's see what we got here. And I'm going to go, I'm almost to 2 hours. So I'm going to start one card readings for the free readings. And if anyone does want to make a donation to go deeper, I welcome those. But for the sake of time and to try to honor as many, we're going to go that route. And we're going to switch over to the Light Seers Tarot. So, Grace, boom, you got the Sun card coming in. So, wonderful brightness, Leo energy, fire energy, victory, one of the most victorious, beautiful cards. But there's a lot of bright light shining upon love. Leo energy, so maybe fire sign coming in, a lot of passion. Also, Leo energy is about the inner child. So, there is some of this bright light that's shining into the subconscious and the unconscious to bring up some of this, um, beliefs, these some of things on autopilot that from earlier when your emotional inner child 7 years and younger was being formed. There's just a few things that get a spotlight on them so that you can transform them so they don't keep you from moving forward in love. So I feel like that is what they want you to know right now. And if you probably immediately knew, yeah, I know those things. Fine, I will work on them. I will review them. I will transform them. But that's what's coming through, Grace, for you right now. So many blessings to you. And Daisy, hey, hey. I have not seen the movie The Prince of Egypt. You highly recommend it. All right. Well, we shall see. We shall see. So why does spirit always guide you back to that movie? All right. Love and light to you too. I feel like it's empowering here. You've got this energy here. This is what is allows you to take some power into your hands and remove some blockages. I feel like there's at different stages of your life, because isn't that like an old movie? Like, I guess maybe not old uh, for some. No, I watched it when I was 5. But I feel like as you've watched it, it's given you different pieces of empowerment, and it just shows you um, purpose. It shows you things in your life, and I feel it's almost like it allows you to see your own power, and that's why they keep on bringing it back to you. Because isn't that about Moses? Is that about Moses? About being chosen and being set apart and recognizing your gifts. I feel like there's a lot of different stories within stories within stories that you might see when you look into that. So that's what's coming in for you, Daisy Daisy. So many blessings to you. All right. And Links Lee, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a couple of donations that came through. So thank you so much, La Lima, for your donation. And then Love 1234, you will be up after that. All right, La Lima, thank you so much. Let me see. I don't think. All right. Don't see a question there, so you must have asked it up here. Maybe not. Oh yeah, you did right here. So you want the energy of Nikhil. Should you move on? Let's take a look here. With spirit, there are no shoulds. There's coulds, and what is for our highest experience is what we ask them, because there's no right or wrong. There's just different energies and different experiences. So we'll ask them: is it for your highest experience to move on? Is it a better use of your energy? Let's take a look here and see what they have here. Okay. Let me get some clarity here because they are definitely a mirror for you, aren't they? You're like, oh, okay. All right. So they're showing you the purpose of why they came into your life here. You do have the choice here. They're showing here that um, I feel like you've had the lessons present themselves to you, and this Two of Pentacles is about making you get to choose in the outside world. They're like, there's neither right or neither wrong. I feel like you've had enough of it. Because you've got here's the mirror, you looking in the mirror and them showing you, because you've got all these swords. You've got the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset. You've got this Five of Swords, which is showing the conflict that you've had inside of you. And the Eight of Swords is another movement card of thought here. So there's this flow of thought that the conflict you had with them, it ignited. It allows you to see your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that made you feel blinded and bound and trapped. But there's this, movement that's happening. So I feel like you've learned what you have needed to learn here. I feel like there might have been like a third party, maybe situation that might have been bubbling around out there. Yeah, yeah. And you've got the 6 of Cups here, which the 6 of Cups is nostalgia. I don't feel like you didn't know them in your childhood. This is the 6 of Cups energy, has some past life energies with each other that were in your subconscious too. So this draw that you're like, "Oh, I don't know if I wanna let this go or not," I feel it has to more do with past life than current life. And you can move past it. We've got the Three of Cups also represents like spirit. It's like this your spiritual entourage, your spiritual posse, your guardian angel and angels and spirit guides and loved ones and ancestors, all with you here with the nine being nine is the hermit's journey, you being alone in the outside world, and spirit being here helping you realize more about your worth. So you're not alone, you're surrounded by a lot of support here. Um and I kind of feel like you've experienced what you've needed to experience. You've got enough data. Yeah. 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 So definitely I feel that that 3 of cups doesn't always come out meaning that, but I felt like it was there. So I would really I would move on. Is kind of what I'm feeling from all that. It's not like you should, but you can. You're not gonna miss out on anything. I feel like you have all the data, and now you're just crunching the data. You don't need more data because 'cause you'll just have more of the same. But, I feel like, it's time for you to reflect with spirit, and they're gonna help you see your worth in relationship to the outside world in such a beautiful way. So, I do like that for you. So that is what is coming in for you, Lalima. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. And again, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So love 1, 2, 3, 4. You are up next. And then Gemini Sun Aquarius Moon, you'll be up next. Um, to understand our why, understand our lessons, right? Wouldn't that be a wonderful maybe I'll do a take 10 with Zen with that because it's like, how do we understand our lessons? The biggest thing, uh, I feel like what Spirit is saying, to understand our lessons, one of the biggest things is like to step back and like when in meditation, we can ask Spirit, show me what's at the root of this? And when we ask ourselves, really, what we learn with all those swords are small t truths. They're old beliefs, they're fears, they're rooted in fears of failure, fears of rejection, fears of losing conditional love. And so when I take a deep breath and stand back and kind of look at it from a third person and go, what was I fearing in here? What did I learn? An example is like in I had like 5-ish relationships. I consider long term and anything between over a year to 3 years. So I had 5. 3 of them went outside the relationship and, um, dishonored the commitment. Ooh. And, what I learned was, um spirit was like, "Okay, what did you learn through this, right? What was my lesson?" And I'm like, "Well, I learned that people can't be trusted." And they're like, "No, no, no. What's the mirror? If you're looking in the mirror, it's like I can't trust them or they betrayed me. How did I betray myself? They cheated on me. How did I cheat on myself?" I'm like, "What do you mean? How did I cheat on myself?" And then it just hit me that, then when they were having me do this review of my what I learned, that I was looking for my self-worth out there, but my self-worth comes from inward and upward to my capital S self. So I was cheating on myself, my capital S self, with other people because I was using them to define who I was rather than my higher self. And so they were just showing me what I wanted to see about myself. So we can look into those mirrors. And if you're interested, if you check out Byron Katie, I will sing praises about her for my entire rest of my life. Wonderful, wonderful, sweet lady. She has a website called thework.com. This is THEWORK.com. And her name, if even if you look on YouTube, she's got a great channel. It's Byron, Byron, and then her last name Katie, Katie. Well, I don't think that's her last name, but she goes by Byron Katie. And so you can find it. Wonderful mirroring um, processes that are just life changing. So I encourage everyone to do that. And no, and I'm glad it happened because they continually showed me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. So, I can look at it now and I thank each and every one of them for being my teachers because they did show me what I wanted to see till I saw it and then I'm set free. So I bow to my teachers. All right. So, love, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are up next. And then Gemini, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. All right. All right. You are very welcome. So, question number 1, question number 2. Whoa, Paching. How would it be for you? So, question 2.5. Question number 3. All right. Yep, it looks like here, Mama, we got Mama here with this hermit's journey, definitely inward and upward, trusting the process. But you got the 4 of Pentacles, solid foundation. I feel like she's at home a lot here because this is a home card, a home body, you know. So I feel like if she's alone too much in her thoughts, she needs to have more distractions, some distraction from her thoughts. I almost feel like it's okay to spend time and focus on things, but what you're doing with your thoughts alone when you're sitting with your in the dark, right? When your thoughts are in the darkness and inside you and not out, there's this things seem so much more real that way, you know? So I feel out of the house out of the house or having people over and less time alone. So I like that. Um, when when do I see you? So the when with getting that position, got the full card, which is I feel like it's going to be just around the corner here because the full card here is new adventure, new journey right away. So I like that. Um, it feels like lickety split here. Definitely by the end of July, it feels. I mean, it feels like you know Um, check your voicemail. I think left you a message. I'm just kidding. But I feel like it's like within the next couple weeks. It feels like very, very soon. So I like that. And the job for you, you will love it. I feel like you're gonna have a great friendship, partnership type of energy that comes in there. Just very bond, like almost like a not love, but like a best friend type of feel that you glean there. So I like it. It feels very partnershipy, buddy, two peas in a pod type of energy. So I like that. Um, yeah, and that was that one. So that's how it would be for you. And then number three, um, I don't. There's a possibility that it could, but I really don't think it would be what it just wouldn't be what it's cracked up to be. It would be disappointing. I feel like yeah, no, don't do it. I can be honest with you. I know. They're just like, "Nah, you could, but I don't feel like you're gonna need it." But also I just don't feel like um, it wouldn't mesh. So that's what they have for you there, love 1234. So thank you so much for your donation. And yeah, it would be disappointing. I just don't feel like they mesh and they would conflict. Um, so I don't see I don't feel like you would need it either. So, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then so Gemini, Sun, Moon, Aquarius, thank you for your donation. Good evening to you. Let's find your question here. And then divinely protected, I do see your additional donation as well. So you'll be up next after that. All right. Oy vey. Your uncle contacted his ex-wife. Uncle contacted his ex-wife. Okay. Oh, okay. And when he checked on him today, she was there. Ooh, 7 years since their divorce. It was a oh, nice. Nice toxic and volatile relationship. Aren't those yummy? Now she wants to be his friend. So you're in the process of getting ready to move into his living. Oh, okay. So you could decide to leave. You don't have to, but you could decide to not be part of their toxicity. But let's take a look here, Gemini, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. Let's see. What are her motives this time? All right, just one card. And how long will this continue? Okay. All right. So her motives are to leave behind old ways of feeling and move towards wish fulfillment. So leaving old emotions, old relationships behind and to move forward. So it's like her it does feel like she wants to let old things go, old emotions, old stuff go and start new. So that's what we have there. How long will this continue? Well, I don't feel like it's actually going to last very long. We got the Page of Wands, which is new passion, new desire, and then Two of Wands, off they go making other plans. So I don't feel like it's going to last very long and do a whole lot there. I feel like um this card's for you, which we'll talk about in a sec. But there, this energy, it just feels like, oh, it's new, it's okay, but then there's, different plans, different directions that unfold. It's like the newness, the renewness, the renewness, is like, wow. But then it's like, oh yeah, you. So I feel like it, yeah, it comes up there. And that's all right. The the Justice card is all about the beautiful reflection here, that we're able to close our eyes and open our eyes, the balancing out, seeing things from a higher perspective, and it cuts away, these things here, the fears we have. And when we talk about toxic people, one of the biggest things, because I used to have a huge belief in toxic people. I'm like, they're toxic. And then spirit goes, we're just going to point out here these three fingers that are pointing back at you. And I'm just like, what? How am I toxic? And they go, well, your thoughts about toxic people are toxic. What? And they're like, your sad thoughts about sad people are sad. Your angry thoughts about angry people are angry. And it showed me, oh, wow, the mirror that reflects back, right? And it's like, oh, okay, someone's not doing something that I want them to do, so I'm upset. And I'm like, wow, I see now. So it's a great, everything is a mirror for us to show us what we feel about ourselves, even to witnessing a dictator of another country threatening war. I'm at war with them in my head already. And, I realize, oh, I'm the dictator. They're not. That dictator isn't acting the way I think dictators should. So they better do that because I'm the dictator of my world, you know. So there's a wonderful energy that comes in. And yeah, you don't have to defend your toxic thoughts, right? We just are like, we just realize, okay, anything that's bubbling up within me is mine. And truly, we could be around anyone and choose to be loving and going, you know what? Their interactions have nothing to do with me, and I get to choose for me, right? There's this beautiful freedom that comes from it. But yeah, I feel like when you asked what were his motives in contacting her, I feel like he feels like he's headed toward the end of his life and he wants to make things right with people. I feel um he he wants that. But the other thing is that he also feels, because his life, he just has this idea that my life is ending, and is there a chance at love, before I die? It's like this very type of energy there. So, yeah. So, well, the good thing is when in assisting living that they have security there, right? I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, you know, we let go of control, right? We release and go, you know what? Everyone is going to everyone is going to have their own choices. I cannot change people's minds, and all I can do is change people's hearts by continuing to love. And yeah, after today, security is needed. Yeah, you're like, um, you know, I wouldn't want anyone telling me what to do. And if people rejected me for me not doing what I think I should do, the biggest thing is like, "You know what, uncle? I love you, and whatever you choose to do is up to you." And, just, you know, if she's there and you can just go in and say hi and say, "I just stopped by to give you a hug and everything, just tell I love you. So I see you're busy. I'll come back another time," you know, and you can do that in a loving way, so I like it. I like what it brings up and it allows us to process things right. So that is what we have, Gemini, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. Yeah, yeah. So they're like, no one wants me. Maybe she'll she'll take me. And you're just like, oh my gosh. But everything always unfolds for us, right? So what we see, we're like, okay, where's this what's this emotion I'm feeling? What's this fear that I'm feeling? And how can I release this for me? Thank you for bringing this in front of me so that I can release it. You don't tell them that this is what all going on the inside, right? Okay, what can I release? I can be free because those fearful emotions are toxic to ourselves, right? So we're only poisoning ourselves. So they are toxic to us. The "Woo," and you'd rather be able to walk in and just feel love for both of them and not worry, and then say, "You're say la vie, it is your life. If she hits you, you will be banned from the assisted living." Ah, nice. Maybe they're, maybe she's into that, right? She's like, "Oh, she can be the she can be the he can be in a diaper. Get him a little pacifier." Too funny. All right. So that's what they have for you, Gemini, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. So many blessings to you. Thank you for your awesome sense of humor and for your donation, too. All right. So, all right. I had one more donation here. Let me just scroll back up a little bit here. So, divinely protected. So, you'd like yes or no? Wow. A yes or no. Are we feeling lucky today? We think we'll get a yes or no from them. Yes or no tarot with a card from deck 2, which is numerology. All right. So yes or no. Okay. And hey, bada swing bada. Here we go. All right. There it is. I feel like this is a yes with synchronicity. And then with the 4 of swords, because 4 of swords is peace of mind. So it's like, a no would be like, no peace of mind. So this is rest, easy, allow synchronicity, look for the synchronistic, uh, confirmations, type of thing. Because this card does indicate a need to have faith in the universal order of events, even in the midst of hopelessness and uncertainty. There's no such thing as an accident or coincidence in the universe, and the perfect people and opportunities will appear miraculously when least expected. Even when you can't logically comprehend how your dreams could possibly come true, you must trust in the magical power of synchronicity to deliver what you need. Remember, it isn't your job to know how things will unfold. It's simply your job to believe and know that all is well. The hows, the whens, the whos lie in the hands of the divine. But once you surrender the outcome, you are shown the next logical step. I feel like I said that stuff almost word for word earlier. Your guides are hilarious. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to trust in the power of synchronicity. By living in constant alignment with Source through positive thoughts, positive emotions, and prayer, you will automatically attract miraculous synchronicities into your life. The affirmation, I have faith that synchronicity will lead me where I need to be. Boom, 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 boom. I like it. All right. And that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Hey, Maria. Thank you so much for your donation. I see that came through here. All right. And you have a question. Your boyfriend has a mental problem. There's anything that you could do to help him. He's like, oh, depression. Okay. So let's take a look here and see what spirit has here for you. All right. Let's see what spirit has here for you, Maria. Okay. All right. Yeah, I see here. Would you like to see the cards too? So we've got the 6 of Cups and we've got the 6 of Pentacles. So, their, um, of course, their challenges come from childhood, about their giving and receiving and how there's a lot of abandonment. There's a lot of, stuff that's below the surface. And there's really nothing that it's like you can't take the test for them. You can't, do those things. There's like you can't change their mind. We'll put it that way. You can't change this because it's all in the subconscious below the surface where you don't have access to it as a human. However, I know, right? Dun dun dun, the plot thickens. So you've got the Ace of Cups, which is self-love. And spirit tells us that we can't change people's minds. We can only change people's hearts, and we only can change people's hearts by giving them unconditional love. So they have this energy that comes in here, and that's the biggest thing we can do is whenever we have like our heart is aching, our heart aches because our soul is activating unconditional love, and if we're able to do something like to help someone, like we see someone out on the streets and we can help them by giving them blankets and food and da da da, that's through that action we're expressing that love, and it leaves our heart, right? But if we don't feel like there's something that we can do, or it's like a garden hose that's on full blast, but the nozzle's turned off. You know how the garden hose gets tighter and tighter and tighter? That's how our heart feels when we feel like we're not able to do anything and it's out of our hands. But that's where we can do something here. Yeah, exactly. Here's the Queen of Cups, which is your empathic abilities, your huge heart. She rolls over emotion. She has a great ability to send out this 8 of Wands, this burst of unconditional love energy. You just keep giving them. Whenever you feel that tightness in your heart, just meditate and just send love out in whatever way, whether you see it's a giant flow or whatever it may be. And that's all you can do, because they have to deal with those things that are in their heart. And if when you realize that their life is not happening to them, that the life that they chose is happening for them and unfolding, then you don't feel like you have to fix it. Because at one point in my life, I had so many of my friends that were going through things that I felt were like horrible. And I had this vision, this waking dream where they took me off, and I was in this elementary school walking down the hallway, looking in the classrooms through the little windows in the door. And all the little kids were like, oh, struggling, struggling, struggling. And I was like, oh, I hate this. And so I bursted in and I got all the classrooms and all the teachers and all the students followed me down to the auditorium, and all the kids sat in the seats, and the teachers lined the side. And I said, those classrooms are too hard. We're just going to sit in here. And everyone's like, okay. So I'm up on stage, and it's like very little time went by, and a little girl on the front row raised her hand. If we're not going to study, can I just go home? And it was dawned on me, we come here to learn and to grow and to understand and experience. So if we're not going to do it, then why are we even here? Just go back to the other side, right? So I was like, all right, everyone back to your classrooms. And then you realize that everything, um, everyone's taking the classes that they signed up for. Everyone's sitting and learning what they want to. Um, yeah. And so what happens, this is happening for you. So when you're saying it's so sad that you can't do anything, it's perfect that you can't do anything. Because what is it teaching you? Why did you want this experience to happen for you? It's not happening to you. Their life is not happening to them. It's happening for them. They're learning and experiencing what they wanted to come here to learn and grow through. And so are you. So you're learning, let go of control. What a great life lesson. Because once you learn to be able to release the responsibility for everyone, like I can't go in those rooms and take those tests for those little kids, but I can be a teacher's aide. I could walk through and to tell them, a way that you can understand that math formula better is if you look at it this way. And they're like, no, thank you. You're like, oh, okay, no problem. No sweat off my brow. You can learn your way. And we can offer our love, our love energy. We can offer, um, you know, what is it called? Unsolicited advice. People usually, if it's unsolicited, people are like, "Thank you. Now, shh, I'm studying," you know? So, usually, it's just giving love, and then when people wanna ask for advice, they'll ask you, but until then, you just give love and you sweep in front of your own door. You learn and discover what in the situation are you learning about yourself, right? So, I like it for you, Maria. That is what they have for you. I know that went deep, so yay. But I love what you're doing, that you're already sending unconditional love to them. Just, that's all you can do. But you get to look at, okay, why did I wanna experience this? Why do I wanna feel helpless in this situation? And what fears do I have that I can transform? And it releases other ways that we feel we have to other fears we have of being out of control in the outside world, right? So that is what they have for you, Maria. So many, many blessings. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, answered those. So Anna, you are up next. And then Tiffany, thank you. You'll be up next after that. Just take a quick sip here. All right, Anna, thank you for your donation. You want to know Dave's current thoughts about you. All right. Let's see what's going on in the mind of Dave. We're taking a brave step going into their mind. Uh-oh. Let's take a look here. All right. Excuse me. Oh, okay. So Something to remember when we're going into someone else's mind is one of my favorite memes that says, "Other people's thoughts or opinions about us are none of our business." And they say that because it has little to do with us and so much to do what's going on inside here. Because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So if I'm in a cranky blah 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 mood, everyone's gonna be a lot less um, they're gonna be discounted on the clearance rack. When I'm feeling great around everyone is more r prices are increased. So, people's thoughts of us are constantly changing because they're constantly changing, and they're only recognizing things about us that they see within themselves. So if they think we're amazing in these things, it's because they recognize that amazingness within themselves. They think we're irritating and this and that or whatever, it's because they're irritating. They're recognizing these things within themselves, right? So keep that in mind as we're asking about what other people are thinking about you, because we've got them. This is what this card represents is they have some low emotions. They get stuck into some thinking, the lower vibrational emotions that are rooted in fears. And so they see this, and when they see that, they feel a certain way. But on the other hand, when they're not feeling down, they see you as this bright, vibrant, fiery personality that's a spark. It brings a spark. So a lot of energy, a lot of brightness that comes in there. So I like that. I like how they have these. And then when they're not in their Seven of Swords, where their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are deceiving them and making them, question everyone and everything, and these things that are distracting them, these fears, they see you as someone who is very balanced. The King of Cups rules over emotion, but all the kings are given a second portion of earth, not earth, air, which is balancing of heart and mind. So they see you when they're not in their fears and cranky. They see you as someone very balanced in heart and mind. So I like that. You're this bright light and this balanced person that helps bring balance to them. I love how Spirit just had these 6 cards come out because we've got when they're not caught up in their old emotions and childhood drama and trauma, they think of you as someone that's like, "Wow, you could bring a full life to someone and give them a happy life and help them make it easier to have a happy life with legacy and family trees and abundance and woo, woo, woo," so they can see you that. So it all depends on how much time they spend in their lower vibrational energies, because when they're in their fears and those lower vibrational energies, they ain't seeing clearly. They're seeing through their eyes of fear. They're seeing through their scared, unsafe, uncomfortable 2-year-old self with their that have a feral cat. Ah, very cool. So just understand that, when they're in that, yeah, yeah. So when they're in that, just know that, okay, they're when they feel unsafe and out of control in their life, it's a 2-year-old with their pet cat who's in charge. So they're like, oh, okay, this is not Dave. This is Davy. Call him Davy. Davy is the little, the little kid who's showing their little tantrum and, um, they're not intelligent. They kick out the intelligent, compassionate, loving side of Dave, the mature Dave. But when they're in that lower energy, it's Davy who's like, no, I want this, you know, and you're like, okay, all right, Davy. So it's like because they are different personalities. Davy is not Dave. It is the little reverted fight or flight self. And so just don't take it personally when little Davy, how when a 2-year-old goes, I hate you when you don't give them what they want. I want to I wanted cookies and cake for breakfast." "Well, you're gonna have this, cereal instead." "I hate you." And you're like, "Ooh, boo, 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 boo." Eat your dang cereal." So, that's what's coming in, Anna. I like it. So, I'm glad you guys got to spend some time together. So, and we're all that. So, I like it. I like it. I feel like there's some brightness there. I think all the things like when Dave is present, I like those things they see. When Davey's there, it's like, "Meow," a hissing cat. So that's what they have for you, Anna. So many blessings to you, and thank you so much for your donation. All right. Tiffany, thank you for your donation. I saw that you were trying to get a reading here, and um, when I start getting a lot of donations, I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But thankfully for the donations, everyone, because that allows me to be able to do this full time and offer all of these things. So thank you so much for all the donations this evening. All right, Tiffany. So what does Spirit have to tell you? Let's take a look here. And I also will pull a oracle card. You have a choice between 1 through 7. So if you want to put your choice down there, Tiffany, we will pull from there as well. See what Spirit has for you. All right. 1221's coming out here. So let's see what they got. Well, well, well. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. All right. And 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got the law of positivism healing oracle. So let's see what we got here. I like it. So we'll read that one last here because we've got right off the bat, we've got the high priestess. So what does Spirit have to tell you? You have been communicating with Spirit, and they do invite you to step back into the high priestess temple, connect with the higher realms, jump, go behind the surface, but also dive deep into your emotions. And I feel like there is this time here. I feel like you've done like a ton of inner work, a lot of shadow work, and I don't know. I feel like you enjoy it. Because I feel like this, because I'm a Capricorn rising, and so if you have Capricorn in your chart anywhere, that Capricorn energy is the Saturn, devil card, which is I love getting into this transformation because when we do the work, we get the reward, and so it's like I feel like you enjoy it. I mean, we don't like it when we first start it, but after we get into it and we feel the freedom and the rewards that come, it's really encouraging. And I feel like you have that because with the high priestess, which is diving deep, you got the sun card here, which is Leo energy, which is also about the inner child and diving, and the 6 of pentacles. So when you look at all three of these coming in together, there's this message that comes in about this out of balance giving and receiving that you've experienced in your life, where your conscious mind will want things like love and abundance and promotions and raises and gifts, whatever are we're wanting to receive, but it feels like there's this energetic block that's keeping things away. Well, that's our little inner child, our little younger self that's usually 7 years old or younger, and they're keeping track of things down underneath the surface where there was this out of balance giving and receiving that was formulated when you were 7 years old or younger because of someone or someone's that you were wanting to get attention from, you wanted love from, but you had to give 1,000 love coins to whoever they were to get one love coin back. Parents are usually primary usual suspects because they have like no time with everything happening in life. And so we have this tendency to get very little when we wanted so much. And we're children, we don't know any better. We think 1,000 to 1, it seems fair. And it drops down into our subconscious. And that's where our little inner child is there with this little chalkboard going, counting up to 1,000 love coins that you give. And when you give 1,000, then the forest fields drop and abundance comes in. But it's erased, it's back to zero. So forest fields go back up. And so it feels like every once in a while we get something, but then it feels like it all stops again, right? Well, the good news is that with spirit having you look at all this, I really like it because with the King of Swords, you're able to bring it from the subconscious into the conscious mind. They of course rule over swords, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, which makes them the master of thought and belief and mindset. So with this energy, we're able to bring that subconscious out of balance belief up into the consciousness and go, oh, okay, so who is it that I had to overgive to? Usually, well, okay, it was so and so and so and so, or all of these, or one, whoever it was will immediately know. And we're like, okay. Then we realize, you know what, they did the best they could. They were trying to do all this stuff and they only knew what they were taught, who their parents were only, they knew what they were taught and they were taught and they were taught. We realize, okay, now that I'm an adult and I understand, I can release them from my wrath. I can forgive them, can pour out the pain and allow this cup to be filled with love instead. And so when we do that, when we release them from our wrath, then an edit button appears and we can go in to that 1,000, delete all the zeros to bring it down to 1, click the save button. It goes back into our subconscious and our little inner child celebrates it, breaks the chalk in half and tosses it and throws the blackboard and goes, woohoo, I don't have to keep track anymore. 1 to 1. And then you feel those forest fields drop and you start to feel the abundance come in. So I like this energy because it is allowing you, once you do that, once you process that, you have the new birth, the new harvest, the new stuff comes in. The Three of Wands allows you to take a new direction. You are altering your course because of what you're doing with your energy now. It allows a new, just a new whole birth, a new whole way of looking at things to come in with these two threes. Creativity, stuff flows, flows, flows. So I like this, that spirit is saying all this to you. And then your oracle card here, which is card 38, which says at the bottom down here, I have an energetic body and the power to transform myself and my life. And I love how it looks like your inner child, your human, and your higher self. It's like, here we all are, all three of us in alignment. Let's see what this card brings in for you here. It says the physical body is the densest aspect of our being, and sometimes we forget that we are more than that. The body is sacred and given by Mother Earth to embody herself in many forms. But the energy that resides in us, keeping the body and life going, goes beyond the physical, emotional, and mental body. And it says, can you feel the energy streaming through you? This life force energy sustains life and exists in all living forms, and we are all part of one energy body in different shapes and densities. You can feel the vibration and energy surrounding you and emitted by the earth. It is the source of life and has the power to transform. Just as a cold glass of water gets warmer when left at room temperature, resonating with the air around it, so we can move beyond the limitations of the physical body, enter this higher frequency body, and experience transformation. The alchemical symbol that was on the card, squaring the circle connected to the philosopher's stone and the transfusion and transformation of energy. And it has a exercise here that we can do, sensing your energetic body. So you can use this exercise for as long as you want and as often as you need to remind yourself that you have an energetic body that can transform everything. First, sit in stillness and silence, focusing on breathing through your nostrils. Then sense the air against your skin and the clothes on your body. Feel your weight under your body and the pull of gravity. Then start sensing the flow of energy in your body. Really feel the force. Also, notice the energy surrounding your body, almost hugging you. And lastly, notice certain areas of the body that might have a stronger energetic sensation around the heart and the crown, right? Heart and the crown. So I love that for you. It feels very transformative. And I love their message for you, Tiffany. I know. Wow. So thank you again for your donation and for your patience in getting to your reading. And I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Aries rising. Hello, hello. So Will, Taurus, and you have a baby this year, huh? Let's take a look here. Look, a baby's foot. You're very welcome, Tiffany. Thank you again for your donation. And Aries rising, thank you for your donation. And I'm going to say, Will you have a baby? A baby this year? Is that like a yes or no question? Let's take a look here. All right, let's see what this means. What this means. Does someone need to change their mind? Is there need to be a change of mindset with the Knight of Swords? Movement of mind. You do have the Tower card coming in here, which is the removal of things out of the way to make things be able to happen here. We do have the Eight of Cups, leaving behind emotions that no longer serve, allow you to move to wish fulfillment. And look, you got the Three of Pentacles. Papa, mama, baby. So yes, definitely there's a possibility there. And I feel like the Tower card and the Eight of Cups, I feel like the Tower and the Knight of Swords have to do a lot about a change of mindset and letting go of some fears. And the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind some emotions and even people that no longer serve for you guys to be able to move forward. But I love that. Do you see that there's a kid in there? Look at look at him. Look at just how look at the look on their face. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Ah, bada 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 boo boo. There it goes. Smiling down there. So I feel like this is very positive here. But I feel like there's some people in both of your lives that they've served their purpose. That I just feel like they bring stress. I feel like they bring drama and I feel like there's like this I'm showing outward energies trying to help and maybe please other people in some ways. And I feel like it's like changing this energy outward to inward. So it's like there's a lot of energy, but both of you are investing outward to people. And it's like that energy gets to move inward, and that bond is what does that. But I like it. I like it. I love that picture of of the papa. Nice. Middle name. Make it their middle name so that they don't get beat up at school. I was bullied as a child. I don't want them to be bullied as a child. You're so funny. I know you're kidding. So that is what they have. So I like it. I like it for your Aries rising. So boom, boom. Here we go. Many blessings to you. All right. Thank you guys for all your donations. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So I'm actually almost at 3 hours. So I'm going to need to be closing down here momentarily. Let me see where we left off here. Oh, yeah, there's a ton more. The good news is for everyone that I did not get to this evening. Um, one, let me go through this first here. Um, I do have a drawing every Monday where I give away at least a 30-minute personal recorded reading. I put out a video on Tuesdays announcing what I'm giving away and how you can get into the drawing and any other giveaway news. So be sure to check out that video if you're interested in getting into the drawing. You're welcome, Aries Rising. And also, we're right in the middle of Crazy Zen's summer 50% off sale. I am giving 50% off both my Hedges of Peace and Love, which if you want more information on that, there's a link there. All this information is also in the description box of the video. But I'm also giving 50% off my personal recorded readings. So that's the information there. And if you want to book a reading or a hedge, then here is the link for that. Yep, there we go. Also, each week I put out at least one I'm sorry, not a personal recorded reading, a pick a card. It begins with a P. This week's was How Can I Transform My Sadness? So if you want to check that out. Also, I have a ton of pick a cards on my main page. So if you need an answer tonight and you weren't able to give a donation, I understand. I have a lot of free content and you can just follow your heart. Spirit will guide you to those. And then also, each week I put out a Take 10 with Zen, which is a video, 10 minutes or less, about how to connect with spirit, how to connect to our higher self and our power. And also, I answer questions from my subscribers. So, if you want to check out any of those, I have a new one coming out in about 2 hours at midnight tonight here, Mountain Time. Episode 5. Number 1 was all about dimensions, 2 was about spirit guides, 3 was about is love real? Fourth one here was does fate exist? This next one talks about what impacts fate. And then the one after that is going to be out is our death fated? I know. So if you guys are interested in those things, be sure to check those out. And as I mentioned, I will be back on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm here twice a day. I know. 11 a.m. Mountain Time in the morning, and then also 7 p.m. Mountain Time at night. So I'll be on 6 times over the next 3 days. So if I wasn't able to get to you in this session, just know that I put out usually an advertisement an hour before, like I schedule the going live. It allows you to jump in to the chat early and put your questions so you can get in line earlier too. So apologies to everyone that I didn't get to this evening, but I'm going to head out for tonight. And thank you guys again so much for your donations. It allows me to give away all this stuff for free. And I really appreciate all of your love and your passion and excitement for searching after spirit and for hearing from spirit. And thank you for all the thumbs up too. That's something that you guys can do for free. That does help spread the Zen love. And you're part of the love tsunami. So just know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until we chat again, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, wherever you're at in the world. Much love to you guys. You hang in there, you take care, and we'll see you soon.